wake up. And if you shut up, you just might learn something. Good evening. Welcome to Elevate and Illuminate the Empowerment Podcast, Season 2, Episode 3. I am Jamarcus Fields, founder and executive director of Iron Sharpens Iron WAST. That is WAST, for We Are Stronger Together. Where our mission is to empower and equip at-risk youth and justice-involved individuals for successful reentry into society. I'm excited as usual. You know, I love getting on here doing this podcast and empowering and elevating and illuminating. But I'm here with my guy tonight, man. We getting ready to dig in. We getting ready to conversate. And
Hey.
you know, this history go back quite some ways, man. And
No
you know,
doubt.
through the process of transformation, you know, the two men that are on y'all camera tonight ain't the same two men who met.
Man.
But
Say
we gonna
that.
dig into that here shortly. I'm gonna allow him to introduce himself, man, before we jump into this conversation. Floor yours, bro.
Oh man. So I mean, really, I'm I'm Dontel. So I want to take this moment to talk about you. So I don't
My
want to
God,
introduce me. I want to introduce you.
say less.
Like, bro, I've called you multiple times, outside of being on air or being live and congratulated you and, told you how proud of you I am, dude. Like, it it speaks volumes to knowing where we were, where you were to today. You know what I'm saying? Like we live on a podcast. Like I've always been a fan of yours, you know, man to man, you know. Uh so much so in prison, I listened to your mixtape. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, and you know this, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you had a mixtape in prison. Like dude's been out here in the studio, so for the last 25, and you had a mixtape in prison, bro. So your mindset, you know, your vision, you know what I'm saying, your hunger for completion, speaks volumes. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And here it is, man, the things you're doing in the community, uh, what you're doing for people getting out, trying to change lives, man. And like even just now, bro, man, I commend you. So yeah, that's my introduction. You know what I'm saying? True blue.
Hey, man, I wouldn't expect nothing less from you. I definitely appreciate that, man. You know, and it's crazy, man. You know how you talk about, you know, my vision and my hunger for completion. You know, even while I was in prison, you know, there were a lot of um changes that we had to make and so forth to in means of survival.
Correct.
Um, but even at that young age, I knew without a doubt, like I wasn't about to let myself get swallowed up in prison, right? Because like you said, I had dreams and aspirations for my life. So I'm like, you know, some way, somehow, I'm gonna get back to that path of fulfilling some of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Um, and you know, I always believe like, you know, the your character and the reputation that you build for yourself, it goes before you.
Correct.
So like when you're talked about in rooms that you aren't present in, like that's your reputation going before you. So
Correct.
when you move, you know, and I remember seeing this thing where Wanda Sykes had this post up one day, and she was like, you know, you can't run because when you get there, you still got to meet yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Big
So
fact.
it was pivotal to not only figure out how to navigate prison, but how to keep my integrity intact, my, you know what I mean? Like everything, because your name means something.
Yeah. Yeah.
When
It
people
does.
speak and mention your name, it means something, man. And like
Yeah.
I didn't want that to tarnish. And so, I also made a habit of surrounding myself with like people. You know what I mean? So like we socialized with a lot of people, but our circle
Yeah.
was small.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
So
The
again,
real circle. Yeah.
uh,
I say the real circle was most definitely small.
yes,
Yeah.
sir.
No doubt.
Um, so how long you been home?
Man, I've been home since 2017.
My
I'm
guy,
going on 8 years, bro.
my guy.
I'm going on 8 years. Hey, you know what's so crazy about that though? I was the least likely to succeed, bro. like, like anybody I talked to, like I was talking to Elsie, and Elsie always tell people like, I thought, Tail G Dontel was gonna get out and get killed, you know, and that's the going theme, for people that I talk to, like, one, be surprised, that I'm still out here, or that I'm even still out here alive,
Man.
and it's crazy to be like we were in an environment with killers, robbers, rapists, child molesters, gangbangers, whatever you name it, the scum of the earth to some, you know.
Mhm.
But no matter your perspective on the people in there, I was the least likely to succeed. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's rough, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
that's rough to be like, out of like what am I doing in life? If, out of this, I can't, be at least, and to be out here now, to still be out here is like, bro, it's beyond a blessing, man. Like, it's
yeah.
beyond a blessing, man. And I like, dude, like, uh, you know, people like LZ, LZ James, LZ,
Mhm.
people like you, uh, Mutia, Uncle Bo, even though Uncle Bo was something different, but uh, it's it was individuals that had the mindset, of I'm a man here, and it ain't nothing moving. I'm a man, but I'm a man enough to not get involved in all your dumb stuff. Not to have to be doing this or that. I'm a man, and I got a vision, for me to be a man outside of here. Like, you can be strong and be yourself in a place where people feel like you just gotta, move with the wind, inside of a place like that. But to see individuals, stand on their own, it's like that's more than, you know, uh enough for me, like for me to be like, you know what, man, I ain't gotta be that person no more.
Right.
Like and I just been blessed, man. Like, I get caught up in that, man. I'm just so blessed, bro. Like, for real, like I can't tell you how blessed I am, man. Like, for real, to be in the position I am today versus where we were at. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Right.
uh, God's been extremely good in my life, man. So yeah.
Hey,
I
hey,
I get it. Hey, bro. Hey, big dog still get emotional a little bit.
hey.
I,
That,
I tell people, well,
I
but I
mean, we
still get
human.
emotional too, though.
That part. So, wow, 2017, and it's crazy, man, because like
2017.
I was with you when you left and went home. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like that's
yeah.
when I think
I
back, I'm
got
like, that
I got an injury for you.
facts.
I got
Let's
an
rattle
injury for you, bro.
let's
Like for
rattle that
real.
core. You went to bust that infamous spin move.
Oh
Oh
man.
man, I felt bad too, man.
Yeah, because you were the only person in that place that could have got me out on that court. Nobody
Yeah,
else could have been like, "Come on, let's hoop." No, I'm cool because I told you I
yeah,
ain't want to play.
facts. That's why I felt so bad because I'm like, dang, I
Yeah.
coerced him into coming out here just to hurt
Hey,
himself.
man. You sat there, man. Talk to me. Hey, I'm still living with that injury today, bro.
Wow, wow,
Yeah. Yeah, my ACL was gone, man. And I tore my meniscus, man, messing with you.
dang, I didn't know it was that
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, it was bad, bad. And I didn't really cause they didn't really do nothing. Cause you remember you know, you remember I was fighting them in trying to get back and forth to see the doctor inside of there. They was
Right,
playing crazy. So when I got out, um, that's when I found out, and they was talking about doing surgery, but I knew I was gonna never play football again or basketball. So it was like, especially when I first got out, I can't afford that surgery.
right.
What? So they gave me this the Tom Brady brace, and I wore the Tom Brady brace, and and that was crazy expensive, you know. But I wore that, and but yeah, man, the wind uh hit too hard. Like I
Mm,
remember that ball court.
man,
Yeah.
that's crazy. So let me ask you, what would you say has been your greatest obstacle since you come home? Like navigating in this new space, new perspective and how you see the world, and the fact that we went in at such a young age, that can be real challenging coming back out here, trying to tackle something brand new.
Hmm.
That considering the age we left, we didn't know who we were as adults in society. And we had to figure that out in real time while trying to deal with reentry. So what would you say has been
What I would say, and this is for anybody uh getting out, that my greatest obstacle was just um getting out. Because, and I say that, you know because you've been you've adapted to this way of life for no matter how many years you were there, right? There's a way of life in prison that's totally different than the way of life in the world, so you've adapted to this way of life, so I did 25 years there. So you imagine 25 years of living a certain way. That's what you know. Then you get out here in the world and it's totally different, and you have to try to readjust. And that was the hardest thing for me to like readjust, being somewhere in, grocery store or convenience store, and, somebody accidentally bump you, or, you feel like they, too close to you, instantly, how it is in there. You instantly got this, hey, bag up, or, want to be aggressive, or even just dealing with day-to-day life. In prison, you ain't got to worry about taxes, you ain't got to worry about bills, you don't have to worry about none of that stuff. You get out here
right?
and that stuff is a reality, bro. You know what I'm saying? And as a
Yeah,
man, if you can't pay your bills, what are you really doing out here? Like, you just out here. And so it
right,
was just, for me, it was just getting out here and trying to change my mindset from, what I did in prison. Prison, we sell a suit for 3 back or 2 back. You know, uh, if that's your mindset out here, you going back to prison
Yeah,
eventually, or
yeah,
gonna find yourself in, some more trouble, worser, you end up dead. So you gotta change your entire mindset, your whole culture, man. And for me, it took a little bit, it took a little bit. I had, my wife felt that I had anger issues, and uh looking over, and I did, like, it was just always because that's what emotions do you really show in prison? No matter what you did in your cell by yourself, what emotions do you show outside of the cell? You know, for the most part, it's aggression.
yeah.
Like, it's aggression
All the
because,
time.
yeah, it's aggression because anything else is, like, it can be miscrewed. So it's really aggression. Like, even if you were cool dude, you still want to be like, yeah. I'm standing on that. So that was my hardest thing, man. What's up, buddy? You trying to see? Come on, you can
Yeah.
say it. Hey,
Hey, how
so
you doing?
so this dude just won the spelling bee in his class. Number
Ah,
one.
congratulations, man.
Number one.
Thanks.
Good
Yeah.
job. Hey, where you at? Before you step away, let me ask you. Before I want to
You want
ask
that
you, what was the word? What was the word you won with?
Mattress.
Do you remember? What is it?
Mattress.
mattress?
Say that. Say that then. Good stuff.
Yeah,
Good
man.
stuff.
Yeah. He go to a pretty school system, because we live here. We live in Newburgh now. We I'm from East St. Louis. My wife from Gary. So, we want to, get the kids a possibly a different, life than we had, man. And so he's in a pretty decent school. He's like, the only him in there, and that could be
Right.
rough because we always get calls about him, what I'm saying? Because he done tagged off on somebody.
Right.
I didn't told him, I was like, listen, man, like, everything can't be that way. I told him, so we had this thing. So uh where we live at is predominantly white, and so he's outside. He liked to be outside, but he was always coming home getting into it with somebody. And at first I was like, man, they picking on my son over here. So I'm going to people houses and talking to dads, and like, hey, oh, then I got to thinking, because every child he got into it with was different. I was like, you done got into it with everybody else. Bro, you the problem. Like, I had to have a
Oh
talk with him. I was
man.
like, bro, you the problem, man. Like, come on, hey, he been doing a lot better, man. But I had to have a talk with bro, man.
Yeah. Wow. But I
Hey,
mean,
yeah.
and to some degree, I get it. When you're in an environment and everybody don't look like you
Yes,
can you can
yeah,
you know what I mean. You can overcompensate in some
yes,
areas
overcompensate. Yes,
because of
yeah,
how you feel internally, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
And
but we had to talk about that though.
that part,
Yeah,
that part, and they
yeah,
said in the chat, wait to analyze the situation. Yeah, it's a way to analyze the situation. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because that could have went you got to go out and talk to neighbors that had talks with dads. That could have went a whole other way, right?
yeah.
So for you to assess and be like, wait a minute, hold on,
Yeah.
bro. You got
It
me
ain't the
out here
same
on one.
child. It ain't the
Yeah,
it's all of them.
yeah, yes, yes, yes. So so like I said, when you left in 2017, I'm gonna rewind the tape a little bit. I was with you when you left. Um, And before I move on, Darvis and Swisher both said, "What's up?"
What it do?
So I was there with you, and I still remember walking into the level one at Miami and seeing you, and I hadn't seen you since 2007. Um, and before the first word came out your mouth, I already knew you was a different person. Like when I looked in your eyes, I said, I don't I don't see red no more. I'm making light of it and joking, but I'm dead serious, man. Like
Yeah,
there was a darkness that I used to see in your eyes, right?
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and I didn't see that no more. And I knew. I said, man, that's crazy because I had arrived to that place.
yeah,
So I done looked at myself in the mirror enough times to know what a transformed man looked like, right? So
yeah.
when I seen you, I was just like, wow, like I literally was in amazement because by your own terminology, you was voted least likely to succeed.
Facts.
So when I seen that, I was like, wow. And the irony in that is two of the guys that I never thought I would see at this place, this juncture in their life, you on camera and Darvis is the other one. Like I told you, like when I came home and I saw y'all, man, like it made me emotional because it showed me the transformative power of God, man. Because I'm like, it had to be God. And I know it was. So I want to dig into that a little bit. Do you know or remember your moment that light switched for you?
Yeah. So I don't know if I've shared this with you because we've talked a lot, but I can remember the exact moment for me. So I had went to Kairos. Uh, you know, my brother Elsie had been praying for me, leaving me scripture in my cell on a regular, and it really still hadn't clicked. So I went to Branchville and and I remember, man, just being, I don't know what it was, dude. I was just at my wit's end. Like I was at Branchville, I had did all this time in Michigan City and Pendleton and major penitentiaries. Here I am in Branchville. Like, and that's like, to be in Branchville is like to be in daycare. You know what I'm saying? They got a
No
hot
doubt.
box at Branchville. You know what I'm saying? They talk to you like, dude, I couldn't take that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so, dude, I was just like, man. And I remember picking up the Bible, bro. And this after I went to Kairos um and had my experience at Kairos. And I remember picking up the Bible. I was like, you know what, God, if you real, uh, give me a scripture. Let me know. Show me a sign. So I done pick up the Bible, open it up, and I'm in Zechariah. It ain't Zechariah. It ain't saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the Old Testament. I don't know nothing it's talking about. And so I do it again. Don't nothing hit me. So man, I was sitting on my bunk and I didn't want to get up for nothing, but it was something that kept telling me, get up. And so man, I get up and I go uh to the front of the dorm. And this is white dude there. He was a spiritual dude, but he was, you know, slightly messed up. He was highly spiritual, but he'd be on the poker table all night. You know what I'm saying? So he was, but he knew the Bible. And dude, I walked by and he was like, man, where you been at? I was like, huh? He was like, God sent me over here and told me that you wanted to talk, bro. And this ain't like no lie, bro, no exaggeration, no nothing, bro. And I'm talking about, dude, like I went to the bathroom immediately because I talked to him in the entryway, and the bathroom was right here. So I went to the bathroom immediately, dude, and started to cry. So much so, like I came back out of the bathroom and I was still emotional because, dude, I know what I just went through on this bump. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else knew what I was doing on my bump but me. You know, I was sitting back on my bump, flicking my Bible, going back. Nobody else knew what was going on. And for that dude to say what he said when I went up there, and then when I came back out, there was it was these dudes in this prayer circle. They never ever talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I ain't somebody you pull up on and say, hey, come pray. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
like that. I ain't that guy. And they was like, man, can we pray for you? Dude, hey, and I knew right then and there, and it's like from that point on, I've did my best to stand on the blessings that God has given me. I've did my best to do my part. As you're doing, I've done my best to be a good steward. Of the life He's given me, and because I know that God's grace, God's mercy, is real. I'm living proof. Like
No
I'm
doubt.
living proof. It's not to brag or like I come from uh a 6x8 cell, same as you. Now uh we live in a nice home. We own a nice home. I own my own business. We like, bro, like how my son just won a spelling bee. Like I done said bro about 1,000 times, so he learned it from me. Hey. God
Okay,
is
then.
good, man. Like for real, man. And
Yeah.
a lot of people feel like you gotta be, you know, uh a certain way to praise and worship and give God his joy or to give back. You know what I'm saying? Like God created us as who we are, you know. He created us as who we are. And, we get caught up in, what somebody else tells us or how we should, you know, relate and show God's grace to others. But can't nobody tell you how to be you. Can't nobody tell you how to show God's love. Like God created
Absolutely.
you for you, Blue.
Yes, sir. And it's crazy that you even say that, man. We literally just had this conversation
Sure.
earlier about each individual being different, being unique, exactly the way God designed them for the purpose that He designed them for.
Sure.
Regardless to what obstacles we may have to go through, what detours the journey may take us. But we get so caught up most of the time in comparing comparing to how other people are living their lives and try to use that as our measuring stick for our life.
Yes.
When God designed us
Yes.
a specific way, He gave us individual and unique gifts that we all have to fulfill that purpose. And it's like a puzzle. You got 1,000-piece puzzle. And Darvis made mention of this earlier that no two look at there. Let's empower. What up, big fella? And no two pieces are alike in this 1,000-piece puzzle.
Correct.
Every piece is different. You look at the pieces, but once these 1,000 different pieces come together, they form a beautiful picture.
Correct.
And sometimes we get caught up not wanting to be the piece of the puzzle. We want to be the next person's piece.
Yeah.
That doesn't complete the picture. We got two of the same pieces.
It does not. Hey, that's real spill, man. Yeah.
Man.
Cause
So
we cause so often, you get like, I mean, and it's been around for everybody want to be the Joneses, like it's so that mindset's been around for a while. It's like, but one still hasn't broke it. It's right here, baby. Yeah, but one still haven't broke it. Like, you still people still want to have what somebody else have,
right.
but God only designed what you are have for you. you
Hmm.
know, that's it.
Yeah,
God designed that for you. You know.
absolutely. So you said yo that you have your own business.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What is this
This
business? Talk to us about it.
Shaky's cleaning and removal, man. We're designed to help underprivileged homes and individuals, uh, troubled teens, men who have been recently incarcerated, who are now free. Our goal is to give you a great service at a low price, while also giving individuals an opportunity to reinstate themselves in society. We do our best to give out financial advice, financial goals. Obviously, the financial freedom is something that we really can't offer. However, we do uh, help ones be able to pay like fees and things of that much. Uh, but our goal is to just be a stepping stone for ones getting out. Like, you won't come and work for me and get rich. I'm not getting rich.
All right.
But you know I'll sacrifice to help you get a leg up in society, though. So a lot of the jobs I do, some of them I can do myself, and make all the money. But that's not helping anyone else. you know
Right.
so there's a lot of individuals that needs a opportunity, because as a lot of the individuals uh that are incarcerated, they're socially challenged. Many of them can't articulate themselves, good dudes, but couldn't hold a conversation, couldn't sell themselves to anyone. So I feel like God has given me uh a great ability to, understand who really needs help, versus a guy who's just, trying to get over. And so I try to get
Right.
those who really need help with opportunity, man, and just reestablishing themselves in society. And we've been doing we've helped a lot of people. Now, to say what you do after we help you, that's between you and God. But because we're gonna, introduce you to God, we're gonna introduce you to uh, trying to get yourself financially stable, family life, and obviously, So
Yes, sir.
after that, it's on you. You know.
Yes, sir. And you being a good steward uh
Doing my
with the
best.
skills and the gifts that God gave you. That's good stuff, man. Um so somebody in that area, how do they connect or reach out to y'all?
So we have a website, Shakey's Cleaning, um, and removal.com, or you can find us at Shakey's Cleaning one at gmail.com. Um, and or you might see us, portrayed on a few billboards, advertisement, and our number will be on there, and it's 812-773-7872. Um, and you give us a call, you need help, we most definitely would try to help you. And from there, you know, it's on you and God.
that
We like to
that
keep it.
part.
Hey, we like to keep it 100 over here, Big Blue.
Yes, sir. So I remember the last time we talked, you had the group of young men
Yeah,
you were dealing with. So
yeah.
did these young boys also transition over into this, or are these two separate
Yeah.
things?
So I was a youth pastor at that time. Uh,
Okay.
uh, so so basically at that time, the kids I was dealing with were directly kids who were in the church. And some of those kids have worked with me, but lately I've been going for kids straight out the street, you know,
Hmm.
because a lot of kids in church they already some of them got an understanding of the Bible, some of them don't, uh, but if you're in church, you know something about God, if you're going to church every Sunday. A lot of these kids in the street don't have no idea, and if you go to church every Sunday, you probably have somebody in your life, who is pushing you in a positive direction, hopefully, you know. But a lot of these kids in the street, they ain't got nobody pushing in a positive direction. So my goal was to just, you know, take that, the ability that I feel like God has given me to, you know, encourage and motivate, and just take it to the streets and find those kids where they're at.
Okay, that part. Hey, so Swisher, Swisher in the chat calling you out on the chessboard, right?
Bro,
So
come on,
Swisher
man.
said he said he ready to see that chess game.
Hey, tell him I got a wood chessboard, big board. Hey, it's about yay big. I got it in the garage. Wood, all wood. I'm serious. You come over my house, I don't lose in my house. I don't lose in my house.
Oh man. Oh man, what's up, D-Tron? I see you. Like the way he's thinking, real man do real things, and God will bless him. Absolutely, no doubt, D-Tron. I mean,
Thank you, sir.
that's that's what we got to do. Oh man, that's what it do, man.
Yeah,
Uh
man.
man, and
Hey,
you
would you
go
ever
ahead.
would have thought that you would see me like this, bro?
No,
Like, hey, this little
no.
dude love me. Look at me.
It's still
Like a baby love me, bro. Like,
baby love you. And for me, it's the way your face lighten up.
yeah, man.
That's what's up, man. That's
God
what's
is
up. I
good,
love it,
man.
man.
God is
That
good,
family,
bro.
that family life, man. And you got married too, man.
Yeah, I got
Love
married,
that.
man. Yeah, wife, she back there. Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I
That's
got married.
good.
I got married, man. And me and my wife, and you know, nothing is peaches and creams, right? You know,
No doubt.
two people, two individuals, two different mindsets, you know, two thought patterns, two hearts, so two different emotions, you know. But when two people, can find a common ground to where, like, you know what, I don't want to hurt you, you know, you don't want to hurt me. A lot of things in life, for the most part, are irrelevant. They're not going to do nothing about our final destination. A lot of stuff we can't take with us. And when you can start finding a way to work, you know, uh, towards blocking out all the world stuff and all the irrelevant stuff, you know, life can be pretty good, man. Like, we ain't perfect. Hey, but I love my wife.
My God.
Hey, I love my wife, bro. I'm gonna tell you. Hey,
No
and she
doubt.
cute.
Are you fine, man? Oh man, this is good, man.
Yeah,
Wow.
life, man. Yeah. So that's why I was happy I was able to just come out here, nothing formal. I was like, man, I shot here to got off work, I work a full-time job. I work at Frito Lay. So not only do I own my business, but I work a full-time job. So I work Frito
Right.
Lay. That's my day job. And as soon as I got off Frito Lay, I went to paint. I was like, I looked at the time, I was like, oh man, I gotta get on, man. Cause supporting you, like, that's a real thing, I remember you brothers came out to support me when I went to Indianapolis, and they called me up there to give a speech, man. I looked out there and seen you and a brother in the crowd, man. Like, love, man.
Yeah.
That's real
Yeah.
love, bro. Like,
Always.
yeah, people could say whatever, man, but you there for those, you got love for 'em, man.
Yes, sir. And that's the thing, man. That when we were, inside, man, like, I'm grateful that I was able to discern um genuine friendships. You know what I mean? Genuine brotherhood, man. Like I met some some amazing brothers in there, man, that we created soul ties that ain't never going nowhere. You know what I mean? Like a type of bond and a type of love that transcends a wall and a fence.
Yeah,
To where no matter where we at, and don't have to speak every day, and that don't
right,
change.
correct.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that don't change. Every conversation is like we just talked yesterday. You know what I
Fact.
mean?
Hey,
And
not to cut you off, but
you
but
good.
if an individual, that you really, you know, had love for, name is brought up, it's gonna evoke all those images. Like if Blue brought up, TLG brought up, Shaky brought up, Hallville, Swisher, Day Day, that's like, it evokes, certain memories. It's like, man, like, like you say, man, it's all love, man. Circle was tight, but it was love.
Absolutely. And it's so crazy because I remember like when I first came home, um, you know, I used to
Come
I
on, boy.
used to find where the guys were, man, and I would travel. I would meet up with them. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? We would break bread, take pictures, and dudes was like, dang man, like you be like, man, you be running into everybody. I'd be like, nah, I sought after
Sought
everybody
after. Yeah.
because the love that I gave inside, that wasn't for survival. That was
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I talked to everybody, but like those that I bonded with, that was
Yeah.
real, man. I didn't
Yeah.
bond with you just to have some camaraderie until I could make it up out of here. Like, and that's what I wanted to show individuals. I wanted to
Yeah.
show them what I gave you in there came from here. That wasn't just because we was in there. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That came from here. So I made it, I went outside my way to go and catch up and see guys to let them know, hey, I'm the same dude we was in there, man. Like, and this bond is the same. Ain't nothing changed.
Yeah. Hey, cause I know I stay pulled up on y'all.
For real. For real. I remember
Hey,
the first
what
time
y'all
you hit
doing?
me up. I remember the first time you hit me up when you came to town, man, and told me you was in town, and I almost thought I missed you.
Yeah. Oh
Because you had
yeah.
already secured the package. Really was getting ready to head out. And you told me where you was. Man, I broke my neck getting over there, man. I broke the
Yeah.
speed limit.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's why when I'm in town, man, I try to hit you brothers up, man. It's like you say, it ain't nothing, you wanna show, like, it wasn't just, that wasn't a few gays. It's like, that was real, that's real love, man. That's real respect, like for real. Like, and we live in a day and time where the that's why it's so important, the things that you know y'all doing now, because individuals are coming out And they're coming into a world where, that's really not the case anymore. You know,
Right.
uh, like, dudes, like you hear it all the time. Oh, backdoored. Like how's that even a thought? Like if you my
Right.
man, you my man's, and it's real love. And so, you know, individuals coming out, being in touch with you brothers, you know, kind of, helps them ease off into, this world that they finna find themselves in, which, like I said earlier, is probably gonna be rough for a lot of those guys. You know, it's gonna be, and that's just being honest. Like it's rough out here. You know,
That it is.
it's rough out here.
That it is, man. That's why we lock in, man, to being a guiding light in a sense, man.
Yes.
And we often term it, that we going back to give them the cheat code, right?
Yeah.
But what we doing really is just going back, man, to shine the light and show them the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's certain, it's a certain mentality when you leaving up out of there that you have to leave that mentality there at the door.
You. It's extremely important.
You know what I mean? Like you have to leave it there. And when I say
Yeah.
leave it at the door, I'm
Yeah.
not pushing, stay who you are up until it's time to walk out the door. Like truly
Yeah.
that mind state should have shifted and should have fallen off before you got to the door. But
Yeah.
that's not something that we can afford to bring home with us.
Facts.
No matter, how deep into the bag we had to dig to survive, regardless of what type of things we had to overcome to survive, like, you know, we fought, we begged, we prayed for these opportunities to
Yeah.
come back out here to life, man. And then a lot of guys get out here and forget that they begged for this.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know what I mean? Like,
but it ain't easy though, bro.
no
It
doubt.
it ain't easy because I know, like I feel like I'm a smart dude. Like Swisher talking about chess and how I used to smash him at chess, so it lets you know I'm smart. You know what I'm
Hey man, quit
saying?
swinging on bro, man.
Hey, that lets you know I'm smart, bro. You know what I'm saying? So even I know even you've been in positions where it's like it could have went that way like instantly. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Right.
had, and it was just something simple. I dropped my wife and son off at so they wouldn't have to walk to the entrance of the store. I dropped them off at the entrance, and just so happened a car was coming, and I just looked over and bro was just mumbling something, and so I pulled up on him. I wanted to know what he was mumbling. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Right.
so just think if he was really on that though,
Yeah.
like just think how that could have turned that quick, because if he would have been like, then I would have been like, cause I already engaged, so it's hard, it's extremely hard. But if you got people in your life, that you can honestly trust and count on, it makes your transition a lot easier because if you got real and true friends, they gonna tell you that's dumb, you know,
Yeah.
that's dumb. What are you doing? Why are you jeopardizing, your future for something that's irrelevant? you know,
Right.
uh, but it's hard because a lot of individuals don't have that. A lot of individuals are going back to situations and environments where a lot of that is encouraged, right? It's
Right.
encouraged, like, oh yeah, well, you let nobody do that. What? Stand here? Like, what? Gang, gang.
Gang, gang, on the gang.
What? What?
Boo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, ain't no way, man. And if that's a thought the thought process for a lot of individuals. And so a lot of individuals that come out here really haven't had a chance to adapt to this new, environment. It's like I said, it's just rough, man. And you just got to try to, stay grounded in your beliefs and find people that you can really honestly trust and count on, man. Like for real. Like my wife, boy, I can't tell you how much stuff my wife kept me out of.
Man, ain't that it?
I
For
can't
real.
tell you, bro. Like for real. She'll tell me in a minute. Then have me feeling like, you big dummy. You know what I'm saying? like, damn. Hey, that's what she called me too. That's my middle name, Lamont. So I always think of Fred Savage. She be like, "You big dummy."
Oh man.
I'm like, damn, that's why you called me
Cause that's dumb. and you and you trying to make sense out of it. Oh
oh
man.
man. Hey,
He
bro.
he who findeth the wife truly findeth the good thing, man.
Hey, boy, the Bible ain't never lied, bro. The Bible
Woo.
ain't never lied, man. I'm telling you.
Oh
Like for
man.
real. It's been a
What's
blessing,
up?
man.
What's up, Richard Bailey? I see you. Yeah, it's definitely a beautiful thing, man. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
So we got a few more minutes, man.
Okay.
Anything else you want to stain their brain with, man?
Let's play rock, paper, scissors. Nah.
You fly.
My son. Hey, my grandson, look at him.
He ready to go.
He stay on the go. Uh now man, so if I can say anything prior to us leaving, man, it'll be just this. Stay true to yourself, and stand on your beliefs. Because if you don't stay true to yourself, you can never be anything for anyone else. And if you don't stand on your beliefs, you ain't standing on nothing. So stay true to yourself and stand on your beliefs. That's it.
That part. Stay true.
Fact.
Stay true to you, man.
Stay
You know,
true to you.
we mentioned
Stay true to
earlier about everybody using what everybody else got, have obtained, where they at in life as their measuring stick, man. And I think it was important, how we touched on that, and then came full circle and came right back to be you.
Yeah,
um, because that's so pivotal, man. Because when you don't, and you concerned about what everybody else doing, what everybody else saying, and you let that start to affect how you think and how you move, then you're no longer moving in your purpose. You're
man.
living their purpose for your life,
Correct.
not yours, man. Like God called you to fulfill a specific purpose, and it's some stuff that we gonna have to go through that we not gonna understand. But we
Man.
gotta trust him and stay the course, man.
Man, you
Like,
gotta fight.
yeah, it ain't, we hands down probably went through the most trying time of our life, man. And we
Yeah.
didn't understand it at the time, man. We were too young to understand it. We was young Thundercats. Like all we wanted to do was go, and those meaningless things in life that you talk about, those are the very things that we valued. Like our value system was thrown all off because we valued things that mean absolutely nothing to us right now.
Yeah.
And it's kind of crazy that at some point we would have risked our life, and we did risk our life for some stuff that means absolutely nothing to us right now.
Man, facts. Preach.
Uh, so D-Tron, and we'll probably wrap up with this. He said, did you guys have a problem with being selfish when you got out? I find myself being closed most of the time and not sharing my feelings with my wife, but I'm trying.
Do we got time to answer this? Or
Huh?
we over time? We got time to
Nah,
answer this?
yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. So listen, I found it extremely hard to share my feelings with anybody because I had been in an environment where I didn't share my feelings with anyone. Only feelings you
Mhm.
knew I had was anger. If you knew I had that, or you knew I was happy when I was laughing and joking, and even then, that was a fake emotion because sometimes I would laugh and joke with you and really be hurt on the inside.
Right,
But if I was angry, you knew that 100%. Facts. So getting out, sharing any type of emotions, it was it was hard for me because that's something I hadn't had to do. So,
right.
and sometimes my wife was like, "Man, you harsh. Like like you don't know how to communicate." And I'm like, well, but the whole time, I'm over here Hulk smash. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like I so that for me was beyond hard. But if you with someone and you truly love that person, you'll start hearing what they're saying.
Hmm.
And any man can make adjustments. You know, boys, they find it hard to, get past selfishness. It's all about them. But a man will start listening and he'll start making adjustments, you know. And I don't want to keep, you know, uh, putting this out there, but it's just like playing chess. Like when I used to beat Swish, as a man, I had to make adjustments because, you know, I knew what his move might be. So I make a new adjustment because I knew that I couldn't continue to do the same things and beat him. So I had to adjust, such as life.
Such is life. That part right there, man. Yeah, that was a good question, D-Tron. And I think that's something, coming home, being in a relationship that everyone deals with or has dealt with.
Yes.
Um, because we come from an environment where it was not okay to be emotional and share your feelings. That was perceived as a weakness. It's not happenstance that the play we did in South Bend, bro, was called Heartless. That wasn't by accident. Like in that environment, we were bred to be heartless. So now you come out here and you're in a totally different extreme because that's not going to fly in your home. It's not. And you picked somebody that got your back 100%, man, and never wants to see you fail. And that's what I like had to tell myself. I went through the same period, bro. Like, and part of it was like, not that I didn't love my wife or not that I didn't trust her. I didn't know how. I had to learn that and figure it out in real time, right? But as Dontel just said, like, you have to listen, you know, and pay attention. It's been countless times, man, that I have tried to uh stand my ground on something, with my wife. And I'm talking about I stand my ground up until the eyelids close and it's time to go to bed. But
And when you
everything
wake
she
up the
said,
next day.
that part, but everything she said resonated with me. I played the tape back over in my head, and I'm like, okay, I got to be real. She right. I'm just flat out wrong. And then I would rectify the situation through action, and then she would see it and be like, "But I thought you said," and I'd be like, Yeah, I did, but I thought about what you said and you was right. You know, and we just gotta humble ourselves, man. We learn it.
Yes.
You know what I
Humble.
mean? Like you learn it.
Humble.
You in a space that you not used to being in, man. And you
Yeah.
know, and we alpha men, man.
Yeah.
So, you know, our mentality has always been, oh, it's all good. I figure it out. You know what I mean? It's all good. I figure it out. You know what I mean? And I used to get frustrated because every time I would say that, my wife was like, so God ain't in the plan nowhere. You keep talking
Yeah.
about you gonna figure it out. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And understanding, bro, that when a woman submits to a man, she's not submitting to Jamarcus. She's not submitting to Dontel. She's not submitting to Detron. She's submitting to the God in you, bro. You know what I mean? So like your wife was sent as a helpmeet. So she never means no ill harm, no ill intent. And like you gotta know that. And
Well, now
like
hold up.
talk to me
So so are you speaking of his wife or are you speaking on wives in general?
in
Because
general.
okay,
And,
in general?
when I say in general, let
No.
me let me
Okay,
clarify.
okay.
Let me clarify when
Because
I
all
say
of them
in
ain't good.
general.
Oh, don't make the brother think all of them good
Let
now.
and they not. I'm talking
Yeah, because
about
all
like
dudes ain't good.
just like when I speak of that, I'm speaking of like when I say men in general, I'm speaking men of integrity, men of
Okay, okay,
valor. You know
okay,
what I mean? And when I'm talking
okay.
about the women that
Yeah,
we as men of integrity find, you know
yeah,
what I mean?
okay.
Like, you know,
That
when I
I can
say
feel.
he who findeth the
Yeah, that
wife,
I can feel.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Not
I
he
can
who
feel that.
findeth the Jezebel,
Yeah,
not he
yeah,
who findeth, you know what I mean?
yeah. I can. Okay, I can feel that. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I'm speaking in general, but that's the context of my
Okay.
general. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And like,
Yeah.
and I know his wife. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So like, I know what bro
Yeah. I
got.
ain't saying nothing against. I wasn't saying nothing against his
Yeah,
wife or
without a
nothing.
doubt,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm generally speaking, but like I'm really specifically talking to him, right?
Yeah.
At the same time. But yeah, you got a good thing, bro. And I understand it's tough in real time trying to figure it out, but that's an assignment and a task God gave you to figure it
Yeah.
out. That's who He paired you with.
The best. What I would say, the one thing that really helped me beyond listening was having someone that I can really go back and forth with about the things that we were going through, things I was dealing with, but that person has to be someone who doesn't mind telling you exactly what you need to hear, no matter how what you're hearing makes you feel, right?
True statement.
Because some people will say whatever just because they don't want to maybe upset you or they may have ill feelings towards the person. If you got someone who's truly 100 with you and you call them and tell them, man, such and such, this, and they tell you, you tripping, that's the person you need to call and talk to. Because you know, without that person in my life, no, there's no telling where I would be, like for real. Because I
No
thought I
doubt.
had it figured out. So,
No doubt. So yeah, we didn't win overtime, but that's how I
man,
get, man. When the conversation gets to
it's been
going
nice, huh?
and it get good, yeah, man. You know, the time fly by, man. Uh,
Yes, yes. Hey, we need to do this more often, man.
I'm in agreement with that.
Yeah, man, we need to do this more
Let's
often,
let's
man.
let's 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 politic and figure out a chess move to make it happen. You heard me?
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Maybe we
Oh
can
man,
incorporate Swiss.
yeah, that part. So yeah, before we get out of here, man, I appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. Um, I see Victoria or just dealing with people in general. Inside, you have to stay cold. Outside, it's a behavioral. You have to learn to be loving and caring again, especially if you've done time. True statement. Big head. Patrick, what's up, bro? it's amazing how much you can relate with other brothers that have went through a similar struggle. Facts. That that's how iron sharpens iron. You know what I
Facts.
mean? Like
Yeah.
we're not afraid to to be transparent and be human and let people know, like we had to figure it out. We bumped our heads a couple times, but this is what I learned. And hopefully you won't have to bump your head the way I did because I'm willing to tell you that I messed up and that's that's stupid. That's dumb. You know what I mean? Like we not afraid to
You
look at
big
ourselves in the
dumbass.
mirror and tell ourselves, hey, that was dumb. And then to share that with somebody else. That's how you truly sharpens iron, man. And I'm proud to know you brothers, and I'm proud to serve beside y'all, man, in what we do, man. We truly making an impact and changing the narrative at the rate God wants us to change it. It's not an overnight thing, but we putting in the work, man. We being obedient servants. And that's what it do, man. So again, I thank everybody for coming in tonight, popping in, bro. I appreciate you, man. I love you to life, man.
No
Uh
doubt.
and until next time, man, everybody have a good night. Richard Bailey, I caught your comment earlier about the next seminar. I'll tap in with you and send you a message so you can pull up on us. But everybody have a good night, man. Love is love. And always remember, iron sharpens iron, wast.org. It's Iron Sharpens Iron, WAST.org. You can clap on the website, see what we got going on, check on the calendar if you're interested in volunteering. We got volunteer forms on there. And yeah, you can go through the page. You can see all the Iron Men. If the spirit leads you to assist and donate in any way, you can find all that on the website, man. Check us out. Dontel, before we leave, tell them about the business. Take your
Shaky's Cleaning
removal
and Removal
service.
Service, man. You can find us at shakyscleaning.com. Anybody in need of any service, give us a call, because if we can't do it for you, we'll most definitely find somebody who can do it for you at a great rate, so you won't be cheated, because there's a lot of contracts that you can't trust out here. It's just the way of the world today. But we provide a good service, or we're a bridge to a better service. And other than that, man, I just want to thank you, brother, for having me on, man. It was a blessing, brother. It was a blessing and an honor, and I thank you for allowing me to come on and just be myself. I ain't have to dress up or nothing. I was, iron sharp
Yeah,
as iron, man. Love.
that part. Love, bro. Y'all have a good night, man. See y'all again next
uh,
Wednesday. Love
what?
is love.